Do you like tapas? I love tapas. Everyone likes tapas, but what if it's all a myth? What if we don't know where it comes from? And to be honest, we don't. But there are some pretty fun guesses, and I'll give you a few of them. The first two involve a king. The first, Alfonso X, who was ill, and his doctor said, "You can't have a drink. You shouldn't be drinking." And he said, "I want a drink," and he didn't mean a mint tea. And so the doctor said, "Well, you can have a few drinks, but you have to eat alongside every one of them. It will help you recover better." And so he did. He liked it. Everyone liked the idea. And so from then on, tapas was the thing. The other involves one of his successors, another Alfonso. Many hundreds of years later, Alfonso XIII, who was at a bar when a wind, like the one that's around me right now, started brewing, and a bit of a storm started, and the waiter noticed that there was dust and insects flying around in the area, and he didn't want any of those to get into the king's drink, so he put a slice of jamon over the top. He covered the drink, tapa to cover in Spanish, and the people around the king, and the king loved it, and they all asked for one, and tapas caught on. Those are likely myths, almost definitely. But there are some interesting other factors at play here. One is the cultural makeup of Spain over hundreds of years, the fact that Arabs from northern Africa dominated for ages, but there was also a large Jewish influence, and in both of those cultures is a tradition of having small delicacies before your main courses, so perhaps that played a part. The other thing would be the laws in Seville back in the day, in the 16th and 17th century, when it was banned to serve food with alcohol. The logic being that if you didn't give men food while they were drinking, they would get hungry and at some point have to go home to their wives and have dinner. It didn't quite work like that, because instead they, the theory goes, would bring small bits of meats and cheese. The waiter would provide, the innkeeper would provide some bread, and they would just have little dishes like that. There are some other theories around the saltiness of the food making you more likely to have more drinks. The fact that a good bit of cheese or meat could hide the kind of slightly rubbish wine that they were serving. But there are even some doubts about how old tapas is. How much of a tradition really is it beyond the last 100 years? Because it doesn't appear in the Spanish dictionary until 1918, and it's only around that time that you start getting specific tapas style bars opening. And then particularly after the Civil War in the second half of the 20th century, when people are going out to bars a bit more, but they can't afford full meals, and the restaurants and bars start competing to offer the very best tapas. And now you can go to Granada and basically have a full meal just by having 2 or 3 drinks, and it's amazing, and we love tapas.